What is the most prominent scene that your imagination conjures up when thinking about superbikes? In my case, it is a knee-dragging turn at an intense Moto GP race. Loud, relentless, dangerous, and yet so thrilling. Recreating this experience in real life does not involve becoming a world-class athlete, but lots of training and cash are still required. In today's episode, we'll address the material aspect of these prerequisites and present to you the newest tools that will put you in the motor boots of a racer, the 2021 track-focused sports bikes. By the way, you should subscribe to Automotive territory and you will always be the first to learn about new motorbikes. Enjoy the ride! Aprilia Tuano V4X. Labeled as the Super Tuano, the new V4X limited edition presents a more extreme track-only take on the regular model. Developed and assembled by Aprilia Racing, the bike starts with the RS-V4X chassis, fitted with all-in smart EC 2.0 semi-active electronic suspension and Marchesini wheels. It also wears slightly more bodywork than the Tuano, getting a new carbon fiber fairing with RS and GP winglets. The power plant of the bike is the familiar 65-degree V4 that has been enlarged to 1.1 liters. It makes 221 HP and is capable to produce over 180 mph speeds. The engine inhales through the Akrapovic performance exhaust and gets Aprilia ECU with specially developed riding modes. Among other things, we should mention a dry weight of just 365 pounds, standard Brembo brakes, and a TFT display designed for track use. Suzuki GSXR1000 R100 Anniversary and Legend Edition. This limited production model marks the company's 100th year on the market and features a historically inspired blue and silver exterior which resembles Suzuki early race bikes from the 1960s. The bike's aerodynamic bodywork is specifically designed to direct the airflow for the better engine and brake cooling, while also increasing downforce and rider wind protection. The Anniversary Edition comes powered by the usual 999cc liquid-cooled 4-cylinder that delivers 199 horsepower and 87 pound-feet of torque. The model gets a race-derived Showa balance-free front fork, Brembo 4-piston front brakes, and standard cornering ABS. Lastly, let's mention another exclusive GSXR1000R collection. In this case, it celebrates the Suzuki's 7th Premier Class Moto GP win that happened in 2020, after a 20-year-long streak of failures. The Legend Edition includes 7 exterior liveries, each honoring one of the brand's MotoGP triumphs and the rider-bike pair responsible. Honda CBR 1000 RRR Fireblade SP. The new generation of this Honda bike raises the bar for the model in terms of performance, styling, and electronics. Inspired by the MotoGP racing, this two-wheeler sits on a more compact aluminum twin-spar chassis with revised geometry. It has a longer swing arm and gets clean sheet bodywork. Its suspension is semi-active with all-ins electronic control front and rear. It is represented by 43mm all-ins NPX fork and a Pro-Link single shock. To keep the curb weight to 443 pounds, the bike also employs lighter materials. There is a new titanium muffler from Akrapovic, while the old connecting rods are replaced by the titanium elements. The 999cc liquid-cooled 4-cylinder is newly developed as well. It has the same bore and stroke as the brand's RC213V Champion from MotoGP and peaks at 215 horses and 185 mph. Make sure to support our channel by smashing the like button. Watch this episode till the end to get to other exciting models and participate in the conversation below. Let's proceed. BMW M1000 RR. Famous for developing performance-enhanced BMW cars and race-ready models, the M division has now taken upon itself a task of creating the first M-branded motorcycle in cooperation with BMW Motorrad. The new M1000RR is based on the S1000RR sports bike, but it features revised chassis geometry for riding on track and gets carbon fiber wheels equipped with M brakes. This RR also boasts AM-specific design with winglets and high windscreen, offers an available AM competition package, and comes equipped with a 6.5-inch TFT display. The bike uses a reworked version of the 999cc water-cooled 4-cylinder engine that now features shift cam technology, peaking at 212 horses at 14,500 RPM. Its torque output does not change much, topping at 83 pound-feet, while the red line is now shifted to 15,100 RPM. Surprisingly, to meet emissions and sound regulations, on the US market, the bike will be sold with its power restricted to 205 horses. MV Augusta Superveloce Alpine. Deriving its inspiration from Alpine A110 sports car, this limited edition motorcycle gets the same classic blue and Ago silver paint scheme, Alcantara seat with blue double stitching, and an extensive amount of visible carbon fiber. In addition to the flags on the front fender, the key exterior element signifying the collaboration between the French and Italian brands is the ultra-small circular LED headlamp. Under the bodywork, the Superveloce Alpine hides MV Augusta's signature inline 3-cylinder engine that develops 147 horsepower and can produce maximum speeds of 150 mph. You also get a standard racing kit that includes a slipper clutch with a bidirectional quick shifter, Aero triple exhaust system, dedicated ECU mapping, seat cowl, and a personalized cover. On the tech front, the edition features a 5-inch TFT display, cruise control, and Bluetooth connectivity. Aprilia RS660 and Trofeo Edition. This new middleweight by Aprilia began as an attempt to make a more affordable, down-to-earth model with plain usable power and pure Italian flair. The bike receives a 660cc forward-facing parallel twin with 100 horses, and it is still compact enough to fit a newly developed slim and lightweight chassis. Both the frame and the swing arm are performed in aluminum, allowing for the dry weight of 372 pounds. Among the bike's signature features are its triple LED headlights accompanied by LED DRLs, plus there are advanced cornering lights and self-canceling indicators that flash in case of emergency braking. The RS660 comes with a comprehensive electronic package, including adjustable traction control, wheelie control, a quick shifter, 5 riding modes, and cruise control. Despite its racing nature, the Aprilia is road legal, but journalists have already spotted a track-only Trofeo edition, which is undergoing testing with a sweet-sounding SC Racing exhaust system. MAB001. The latest partnership disrupting the segment of boutique motorcycles was established between the iconic British companies Aston Martin Leganza and Brav Superior. Their MAB001 will be produced in the number of 100 units, and besides exclusivity, will be resurrecting the idea of turbocharged motorbikes that faded away in 1980s. The 997cc 8-valve 88-degree V-twin is enhanced with a modern low-inertia turbocharger and an intercooler. These modifications resolve the issues of turbo lag and improve efficiency. Plus, the rider gets 180 horsepower and huge amounts of torque over wide RPMs. The chassis was CNC machined. Engine acts as a fully load-bearing component, while carbon fiber rear subframe and titanium interfaces ensure further weight reduction to the point below 400 pounds dry. The seat and handlebars were handcrafted with the finest leather and stitching, plus all the logos were derived from Aston AMR supercars. Ducati Superleggera V4. We are already used to the fact that Superleggera bikes represent the ultimate level of performance, refinement, and technological advancement that a Panigale bike can have. And the third generation of the moniker does not disappoint in any of those areas. Being obviously made for track, it is still the world's only street-legal motorbike with an all-carbon fiber load-bearing chassis structure. To achieve the astonishingly light dry weight of 350 or even 335 pounds, the rear swing arm, rear frame, and rims were made of carbon fiber. Further weight reduction comes from titanium spring shocks from Allianz and a bunch of titanium screws. As standard, the motorcycle is powered by 998cc Desmo Sedici unit with 224 horsepower, but if enhanced with the optional racing kit, the engine's output reaches 234 HP. Only 500 Ducati Superleggera V4s are planned for production, and all of them have already been sold to the existing top-spec Ducati owners. Kawasaki ZX-10R and RR. For 2021, the Japanese ZX-10R Superbike and its enhanced RR brother arrived with updated bodywork, revised electronics, and better engine internals. The most distinctive exterior update is the new front end, where the winglets are integrated into the front fairing, the windscreen is taller, and the old halogen lights are replaced with LED units. Combined with a more aerodynamic riding position, these changes are responsible for 17% increase in downforce. The bike's powertrain also undergoes a complete overhaul. There is a new engine oil cooler, new throttle position sensor setup, revised exhaust system, and optimized gear ratios for the 6-speed transmission. At this point, Kawasaki does not disclose the horsepower numbers, though the maximum torque is claimed to be achieved at lower RPM. Lastly, the 10RR Superbike gets several exclusive performance tweaks, such as new camshafts, titanium conrods, revised air intake and exhaust, as well as forged Marchesini wheels. Ducati Panigale V4 SP. This is the second track-focused model in the Panigale range that, unlike its R sibling, was made so manageable and easy to control that, according to Ducati, even an amateur racer will feel at home riding it. This Panigale carries the nameplate SP, which stands for Sport Production, and wears exclusive winter test livery with red accents. Tipping the scales at 381 pounds dry, the bike is lighter than the regular V4 and V4S models. This is made possible by introducing several chassis modifications and using more carbon fiber elements in the body paneling. The SP rides on lighter 5-spoke carbon wheels with high-end Brembo's Dilemma R brakes, while its suspension setup is represented by the usual 43mm Allen's fork and TTX 36 monoshock. At the heart of the Panigale V4 SP sits the familiar 1103cc Desmo Sedici Stradale engine that is tuned to produce 214 horsepower and 91.5 pound-feet of torque. Ovale GP2. The Italian brand Ovale is one of the best-known players in the segment of race-ready mini-motos. Unlike the usual Honda Gram and pit bike conversions, the Italians create bespoke, track-dedicated machines built around a zippy Daytona 190 engine that outputs 20 horsepower. Their previous generation GP0 had only one downside: it was too small. The all-new GP2 series, however, adds almost 5 inches in all dimensions and rides on 12-inch wheels. It is powered by the same mill, has a steel tube chassis, and an unbraced aluminum swing arm. The whole package weighs 156 pounds and is more appropriate for bigger riders. What is your favorite track bike of 2021? How do you like the precision and ride intensity offered by these models? Share your thoughts in the comments below and mention your favorite entry from this class. Subscribe to Automotive Territory, smash the like button, and proceed to exploring other 2021 motorcycles by following the links on the screen. May the torque be with you!